I do not have the mic attached to my phone. I hope you guys can hear me clearly. Just wanted to give you guys an update on the hexagon cardigan. I tried to color match, but it didn't go well. This was the only color that came out to be remotely close to the other colors on the Karen, the Kate. Neither one of the Michaels that I had in my area have it in stock. Even though it says that one has it in stock, I called before I drove over there and they don't have it in their system. So I had to order online, and online, it will only let me order 4 of them. It won't let me order just 1. I ordered the 4. Once I get them, I'm gonna go ahead and return those and then also return the 3 that I don't use. I ended up stopping today because I have 1 row left to do, and then I have to do the mattress stitch to attach the 2 parts to make the sleeve area, and then attach them on the way down to make it 1 full piece. But I don't get my Michael's order until, like, 3 days from now. It's gonna be 3 days before I finish this up and film more. I mean, I have other projects that I'm doing too, and I guess I could film those. I've mentioned this before, where, like, I wanna crochet and I just get too into it to the point where I don't film. And I also don't wanna feel, like, pressured into having to film all the time. I'm trying to find an equal balance right now. Yeah, so that's where we're at right now, and I look crusty as a mofo at this angle, so I'm sorry y'all had to see that. I think I talked about in my hexagon cardigan update, which is right here, I think. Don't quote me on that. I don't need to, but I want to get used to doing a gauge swatch for pieces. It's honestly so funny to me. Like, the one thing that I like doing involves the one thing that I am horrible at, which is math. That's why I've kind of avoided doing a gauge swatch for so long, because it involves math. I have dyscalculia. So math and me, it's literally a foreign language to me. It is and always has never clicked with me. I kind of just thought that if it doesn't fit me, then I can just give it away. But I do want something that's going to fit me, and I want to get used to at least trying to do a gauge swatch and understanding how to do a gauge swatch. I've watched so many videos about it. I am going to be doing a gauge swatch for my tapestry piece that I want to do, which is the ghost face. I created on Stitch Fiddle. I just haven't done the gauge swatch. I need to do that. I think I did a 5 millimeter hook for my brother's tapestry piece, but I do want the stitches to be a little bit more tighter than that. And I know that it all comes down to tension at the end of the day. But I think I'm gonna actually go smaller, maybe like I don't know, like a 3.5. I did buy a little tool, like a gauge swatch tool, so hopefully that helps me out. And I've gotten to the point where I can count my rows on single crochets. So yeah, so we're gonna do the gauge swatch with my 3.5. Unfortunately, this is the only way that I can show you guys how I'm gonna do my gauge swatch. I did it in a 3.5 millimeter hook. It is a 4x4, which is exactly what I need to enter in onto Stitch Fiddle. I can fiddle with the chart that I've created. It's also a little bit bigger than the 4 inches, because the videos that I saw online showed me that you should go bigger than the recommended thing. I disconnected it from the ball, but this is with the Karen 1 pound, which I am gonna use because it just makes the most sense to use. I did 18 stitches, and I have this tool to help me out with my gauge swatch. So I'm just gonna put this down. I'm going to write down what I get. I'm going to count my stitches width, how many stitches there are width-wise in the 4 inches, and then I'm going to count how many rows I have lengthwise. Let's see how many stitches are there in 4 inches. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I have 14 stitches going by the width. And then height wise, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. If anybody is an expert at doing gauge, and if I got it wrong, you can comment down below and let me know. But according to this handy dandy tool, that adds up. All right, now I'm gonna go onto my computer and do the whole Stitch Fiddle process. There are a lot of videos already around Stitch Fiddle that you can find online. I'm not gonna do an in-depth video on this. I took the measurements of the shirt that I want the size to be. So I'm gonna go into my chart that I created. We're gonna enter in our sample swatch, which was our width was 14 and our stitch count for height was 17. Like I mentioned, I took my measurements for the shirt that I want, like the fit, and this is 26.5 by 28. I think that should be good. That's wild. Before I even entered in anything, my rows were 100 by 120 and my stitch count is 100 by 120. So I think that's pretty crazy. But as you can see, like the shape, it kind of just got condensed a little bit more. That's pretty much all that we had to do. What I'm going to do now is just go in, delete the old chart that I have and use this one instead because I know exactly what hook I'm using and all that jazz. I have 21 rows on each. I counted, triple counted, quadruple counted, and it's correct. Turn this inside out because I want to do the mattress stitch on the inside. I'm going to seam it up here. Then that way both sides, let's start with white. I'm taking the front loop of the side that's facing towards me and then taking the back loop of the side that's facing away from me and doing slip stitches and stitch markers. That helps me know that I'm staying aligned and that things are going the way that they should be going. I won't have to look at it later and be like, something's off because I made sure things were aligned ahead of time. Let me show y'all. So this is what it looks like. And then when we reverse it, you can't see the color until I like pull, which I think that's so freaking cool. I just love that. Okay, guys, I think that's it for this video because last time I sat down and edited it, it was 10 minutes long. So it's probably like 12 minutes long by now, maybe 13. But if you want long videos, then let me know. And I will definitely do my best to put in the awkward or weird parts that I take out. All we need to do is connect them in the middle and they can go down, and then once the rest of the yarn gets here, we can add on to the rest. But I'm extremely happy where we are at. I'm going to lengthen the arm and then add on the cuff off camera because then we can just add the body part together. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I appreciate all of you people who have subscribed since my last video. I truly appreciate every single one of you. I hope that we can grow together. If you have any suggestions on what I should try and create, if you want a certain video, just let me know. Comment down below and let me know. If you made it this far, leave an orange emoji. Is there no orange emoji? And I'm not talking about the color orange. I literally mean an orange emoji. And I know that you are an OG for watching this far.